Just checking to make sure everything is working. Yay! Okay, cool. I'm back, and it's earlier today. Thank goodness. It's gonna be a little earlier because Bug comes home early, so I just wanted to go ahead and get into it. Yes. Scarlet Hollow. Let's get into it. I'm super excited. Super excited. I also was getting antsy. I was gonna originally wait till a little later, but I really wanted to get into it now. So how are y'all doing? My day's been good. I have ham and cucumber ranch with my margarita, of course. And it's really good. Honey ham to be particular. Fuck awesome honey ham. Welcome home. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and go through our major decisions. That was part of the major decisions that I woke up. I checked my dresser. Told Avery the truth about last night's encounter in the woods. Had tea with Avery at the diner. Okay. There's that. Found a second possum in my dresser. Finally took a shower. Met Janie, the pastor's wife who cleans the estate once a week. Met Bo. Told him where to find his dead body. Spent some quality time with my cousin. And yes, she thinks she is. Met the mayor. Met Scarlet Town's resident creepy pastor. Had dinner at Reese's. There's something hidden in the clinic and it wants... Oh yeah. We're probably going to have to deal with that today, girl. Invited Tabitha and Avery ghost hunting. Tabitha sacrificed unknown years of her life to exercise the spirit of Charles Shaw Jr., a man our great-grandmother murdered. He plans with Sybil to talk about mysterious goings on over tea tomorrow. Right, we gotta go to tea. Okay. Open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seemed so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. What's up? Hey, hope you're feeling okay. Tabitha too. Still trying to wrap my head around what she did last night. I haven't been able to get a hold of Stella today. How about you? Check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. I'm gonna try and call her. I dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Just kidding. Oh no. Aw. Anyway. Aw, no. I can't. Oh no. I'm gonna text her. I'm worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. It sits undelivered. Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda, but with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. We should look for her, right? Come to town, we should stick together. Looks like you have your morning plans to get in order. I'm gonna check my possum. You open the drawers. The two possums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. I'll wave at them. You wave at them, they continue to stare up at you, blankly in response. Bye! You close the drawers. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. I want to pet them so bad. I'm trying not to. It didn't even give me the option that time. I'm trying not to because, like, I want them to stay. And they're wild. I mean, they probably don't want to be touched, but I'll say hi. I'm gonna check the closet. Oh no. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. That all moved at some point since you most recent. Oh, it's got stains on it. But your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. And judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But was he there while you were out the previous day, or did he enter while you were slept unawares just a few feet away? Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Let's take a shower. It was nice last time. Maybe it'll be nice this time. I'm gonna have a bite of ham. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, even now, you'll be going back there today, you're sure of it. Done here. Dry off. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. Hey. In the light of day, she looks even more physically worn than she did last night. The fresh creases carved into her face accentuate her frown, and she slumps even more uncomfortable than usual. They're striking this week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate yet already. Your cousin's posture is unsurprisingly much tenser than usual. It's possible the strike is even worse than she thought it would be. Probably won't be long before she bolts out of here. Does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. Okay, my mystical mind is being extra today. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Okay, no. Talk about last night. What? Okay. I know the answer to that. She will get mad at that. She already answered that. That's stupid. Genuinely, yes. I hope other people in town finally start treating you better. They've already made up their minds about me. Doesn't matter what other people think, though. They don't know me. I don't like that we add that part, because I want to know how she's doing. I don't think it does. How are you holding up? Old? I'm well aware I have a mirror. Appreciate your concern, but I'd rather not talk about it. I got you, man. Talk about the strike. Strike is... okay, no. How are you feeling about the strike? You can be honest with me. Conflicted. It's going to be tough, and despite what a lot of people would have you believe, I'm not relishing the opportunity to pick a fight with my men. I don't think many people take pleasure in breaking strikes. Perlane would have, but it's not me. I don't know, it's complicated. Everything is so complicated. You know what they want? Haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. No. 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 Okay. I don't feel like it's my place to say just give them what they want. She hasn't even seen the demands. I'm pro-union, by the way. I'm not saying that they don't have a right to strike in any means and that she probably should just communicate with them. But I don't feel like I have the right to say, well, you should just give in to everything. I mean, I don't have... I'm not in her shoes. This isn't my business. I don't have the right to say that. I'll say this. You're in a difficult spot right now. Yeah, I am. Hopefully it'll all be over soon. I don't think this is helpful. You heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Yeah. I'm just gonna be quiet. I've talked long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? I will, girl. Don't even worry about it. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. And forget the rest of your day. I'll get some fuel. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. You make yourself a PBJ in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Bye! Head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. Oh, Jesus, hi. Hi. Oh man, they're everywhere. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before they're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. And I hope Tabitha got some rest too. How is she today? She's acting like it's not a big deal, but I don't know if a person can go through some of them. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with my mystical this time. And yet you were ready to jump in and take the bullet yourself, weren't you? And who knows? Maybe she'll get better. Who's to say how long ghost magic lasts? Maybe she needs a little rest and relaxation. I don't know if it's necessarily ghost magic. He said he took years away from her and she physically aged. I don't know if that's coming back. So, not a great time for her to be dealing with a big strike, but I guess there's no helping that. Workers don't do their thing, can't just wait till it's a good time for their boss. How you feeling now it's a new day? Pissing is the sort of thing that can leave a mark on a person's soul. Are you really still feeling chill after everything that happened last night? Okay, I'm not flirting with anyone. Heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. I think this is better. I'd be lying if I said last night didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually, but hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. I don't think that's a typical part of life, but sure, it's a cool way to look at it. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. I kind of like Avery's look at it. Ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Avery turns to survey the tree line. There's a few on my way up. They're kind of funny, now that I'm getting a look at them. But they're scrunched up little Sharpay faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but like, are they dangerous? They're not gonna eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? I don't even think they'll do that. It kind of seems that they take just animals, like, not human animals, but like little creatures. I'm gonna go with mystical. Okay, cool and ominous. As long as being eaten alive isn't on the table, they don't seem aggressive, like, at all. Unless they're foretelling a zombie invasion or something with werewolves, in which case I guess I'm still stuck with being eaten alive. We're meeting up to look for Stella. You wanna come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. I'm gonna grab a cucumber. I'm grabbing a cucumber. You and Avery start back down the path to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it, and picked up Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally? Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a string roller or something. Joints all out of whack. Totally exhausted and super foggy. Mama's been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. No, I'm not surprised. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Yeah. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she's actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of a Bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Ugh. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. Blah, blah, blah. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. I think last night just pushed Stella over the edge. I know I've only known her for a couple of days, but it feels like she has a tendency to run from difficult emotions. Usually just changes the subject, but I guess this time she wound up literally running. Absolutely right. And as her friends, we can't let her be alone a time like this. I made that mistake before. Plus, she could get mobbed by those weird little creatures or worse. Exactly. This is no time for anyone to be off on their own. Who knows what kind of weird stuff is out there. After the past couple of nights, I wouldn't be surprised if there was actual Bigfoots in the woods. Just wait to meet any human who wanders too far from civilization. I mean, if there really was Bigfoots in the woods, they would have avoided you at all costs. They are not typically really all that prone to aggression. Curious, sure, I'm sure, but aggression, I mean, as far as I'm aware, they like to steer pretty far away from people. Of course, I'm no Bigfoot expert. I do like learning about cryptids, but like, I don't know that much about them. Particularly Bigfoot, mostly because it's so... I'm not gonna diss anybody who is interested in Bigfoot, but I think it's because of how media treats it as a cryptid that I hate it. I think if you're just genuinely interested, it's fine, but it's kind of in the realm of ghost hunting. I just kind of hate it, but... Do Bigfoots thirst for human flesh? Some kind of common knowledge I wasn't keen on? No. I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm saying. I mean, from the minimal knowledge I know, that the answer is no. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first? I mean, we might as well check her house first. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. I think it's the most logical place to look. You make your way towards Stella's house. The door is as pristine as any old wooden door. No blade handprints in sight. Any telltale sign of Wayne is absent. If something happened to her, it didn't involve him. At least not at the front door. Janika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically, there is an absence of joy and life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. There is a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. I don't sense anything supernatural, but I don't like the looks of this. I'm gonna go with that. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? I feel like after yesterday, they will appreciate my mystical mind. It has been inappropriate up until this point. Yeah, we should go in. Cool. I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. Aside from a corner of the room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything's organized with a sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella. Only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her. Yeah, those shoes have cobwebs. Interesting. Whatever happened to Stella doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. Well, her shoes are still here. And try to look for other signs that she'd be here still. Oh, Gretchen's leash is still here. I mean, that by all means they should still be here. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget that you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Let's start in Stella's room. This is more of the clutter we were expecting. Make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. There's streaks of blood and pus that might belong to a certain phantom minor. He hasn't been here. You do notice, though, that her jacket is nowhere in sight. It isn't in her closet, and it wasn't on the coat rack in the other room. Stella's jacket is gone. The Letterman one, it wasn't on the rack in the other room. It's not in here, and she didn't have it yesterday. I didn't note that the jacket was gone, so I'm glad the game did it for me. Her other things are here, though, that I would expect to be gone if she took... I mean, Gretchen's not here. I would expect her to bring Gretchen's leash and wear her shoes. Okay, so she definitely came home last night. There's always a chance she left it somewhere else, so we just missed it, but yeah, she probably came home last night. Assuming she was here, where did she go, and why did she leave? I want to know why we haven't been able to reach her. Yeah, our text just straight up didn't go through. It wasn't unread, it didn't go through. Let's check her computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? What if it gives us a hint? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. I'm gonna say that. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. I'll just be over here standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Yeah, okay, kitty good. Let me know if you find anything. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layered display. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. What about search history? Check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. She came home after last night's incident. She didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related, a furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's it. Open tabs? It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser, so numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Her most recent open tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow. Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchling is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen. Like Mothman? Hey, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into a trap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, so, 1, this isn't an ARG, I would never. And 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night and investigated things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommyknockers. Listen to the knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled Tommyknockers Real Wave. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights. This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, lol, totally white things. Now loud popping noises, this is definitely an ARG. Do you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, or I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Reminded me never to be internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and underappreciated until the day I die. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Thank God. Mm. I don't think there's any other clues here. I don't think so either. This is where her room's been. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. I could use a few more houseplants. It could. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw, she still does the corkboard with strings thing. She loves putting those strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. What do you mean? I mean, she clearly is trying to link a bunch of stuff together. I mean, this typically is more like a detective thing. You're usually stringing things together to figure out a mystery. That's usually what that's for. Roll. Investigate the kitchen. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter used by a used butter knife. The crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale, about as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago. It's possible she came home, grabbed some food, and left in a hurry, right? Does she have somewhere she needed to be? I mean, she left the bread open and everything. Like, everything's just open. She didn't say she had something she had to run off to. Maybe she just had a panic attack after being possessed. That was over 12 hours ago. I'd hope she would be home by now if that was the case. Is Stella the sort of person to stop back home to make a snack in the middle of a mental health crisis? Yes. Does Cameron think that might be all that happened? A panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or parasitic doughboys. Leave. You turn to leave Stella's house. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now. We don't have any idea where she might have gone. Thought I was overacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where's she next? I don't know why she'd be in the diner. I don't know why she would revisit the mines when they're not only striking over there, but there's nothing to go back to. Let's check on Oscar. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with a dishling than some place that was that haunted. Your mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? I mean, I saw it happen too. We paid the price. Well, Tabitha paid the price. Magic, probably? But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows, and the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort. All menace having fled in the wake of Charles Sharp Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. Yeah, it's gone, just like your mom said it would be. I guess Oscar must be in back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You made your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, so that the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. That hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like it was only yesterday we were last here. It was only yesterday. I know. You knocked on the door. Oh, good morning. It's good to see all of you. Please come in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do too much sleeping, I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. How's Tabitha this morning? There's a strike in the mines, so she's a little busy. Strike? That can't have been pleasant for her to wake up to today of all days. On the one hand, I feel like she had this coming, and I'm glad the workers are demanding to be treated better. At the same time, I kind of feel bad for her. Never thought I'd say that, but it's true. What she did last night was brave, and I wonder how much of the way she's been running that place was really Perlane's doing. There may be more to Tabitha than we all thought. Let's not get too optimistic. So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night, and we're trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? Nope, we have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. Besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy. Facts. No, I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sorry that I can't be more helpful, especially after everything y'all have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I want to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start on my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now, here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. I think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought, too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Paige got here. Inigo shoots Avery a glare. No, we're not throwing Paige under the bus. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw her. Nobody's going to drag Paige into a witch hunt on my watch. I'd like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Paige magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Paige getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Perlane died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlane passed. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. There are those carvings you mentioned. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there, but who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Paige. Paige, didn't you say you felt something similar to those mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? But that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there too. Uh-oh. Losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. He was hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never part of this house, but if we're all here, maybe we should go down and... Take a closer look at the carving, seal, whatever it is. Oh, heck yeah, it'll be like checking out the behind the scenes of a haunted house the morning after. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we'd be doing, right? Now you mention it, yeah. Guess that wasn't the best analogy. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. Can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. The spirit is gone, but you can still feel a faint hum undulating from the basement. Imminent danger may not await you down there, but the stone remains active, at least weakened. Who knows in what strange way it might manifest itself. Alright. The spirit is gone, but I can feel something calling out from that place. I don't know what risk it may pose, but we shouldn't go down there. I mean, it won't help to not... I don't know. I understand that it might manifest itself in a weird way, but it's there still. We probably should look. As much as that makes me nervous, we should probably look. But this is a lie. I don't want to go back down there, but we have to check it out. Are we sure nothing will happen if we open the hatch again? Can't imagine Tabitha would be too happy if we started a new haunting after she already took a bullet for us. You can't just spend the rest of your life worrying that a room in your house might be a gateway to a ghost dimension. It'll be better to clear out the demons and make this place your own. Besides, that thing is gone. We don't have to second guess ourselves. I saw it leave, so I feel like we'll be okay. You're right, I told myself I'd stop letting my fears get the best of me, and I'm going to hold myself to that. Word. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosalina's room. Oh, hey, Dad. What are you all doing in here? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we... No way. If you're going down there, I'm going to. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together. You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets. Am I the only person in this town that doesn't have a death wish? Sybil said that the ghost is gone. I really don't think there's anything to be afraid of down there anymore. Just give me a moment to move all this out of the way. Oscar goes to work moving the furniture from the trap door, his broad shoulders making quick work of it. Before you and your companions know it, you find yourself transfixed to the trap door. I don't want to go back down there. It's okay, Alexis. You don't have to come with us. We can stay up here together while everyone else goes down there. Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat, though Avery's might have skipped a beat out of excitement rather than fear. But none of you are swept into a ghost nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside, Rosalina's window. Jesus Christ. See? Nothing to be worried about. The slight tremor in his voice tells you he's mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? You're sure you want to do this? I won't stop you, but I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. Let's go. You ascend to the basement stairs and find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place you were in last night. The hum is still faint, but it's louder here. You take a deep breath and push it out of your mind. Well, I guess whatever we're going for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look. Oscar walks up to the burial site, eyes widening as he peers inside. Stare into the pit. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy, cold stone acting as a coffin. Strange power emanates from the carving. It feels like some living thing, a darkness preserved in stone, buried out of sight and away from any eager hands. Or at least that was the intention, but power like this can't stay buried forever. Its style is more than just similar to the carving in the mines. Both stones were carved by the same artist. Charlie. Whoa, cool. Dang, Charlie, Paige's grandma really did a number on you. Nobody touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. At least in the movies, and hey, we disturbed his body and he hasn't come back for a sequel. Confirmation that he's gone for good, right? Think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you'll let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa, whoa. Let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. What do we think? Wolves encircling a goat? It's a start. What was on the carving in the mines? Circle of arms bound up in chains. Stella took a photo of it. Not that that's helpful right now, but maybe once we find her, she can send it to you. Interesting. I'm sure that description will be more than enough to get started. Can Alexis and I help? I don't know why someone put this creepy stuff under my room. Sure, you can help. Seen enough. Time to go. Yeah, let's go back upstairs. Now that we know it's safe down here, I'll come back on my own time to do a more thorough examination. Word. You always make your way back up to Rosalina's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes the trapdoor and moves the pile of furniture back in place. So, did y'all get possessed or cursed or anything? No, but we did see a dead body. Close enough. Glad I stayed put. Alexis, you want to see a picture of it? No, okay. I'm not sure that's appropriate. Alexis's parents might not approve of you showing their daughter pictures of dead people. They let her watch what kind of scary movies, Dad. It's fine. And maybe she can help with the investigation, too. Yeah, it's totally okay, Mr. Gutierrez? Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't want to see it in person, but I do want to see it. I really hope I'm not butchering his name. I'm really bad at names. Before Oscar has a chance to get another word, Rosalina's already pulled up a picture on her phone. Whoa. Can't believe you're gonna sleep in here. You're so brave. I'll be back to check in on you two in a minute. I've just got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. You, Kanika, and Avery follow Oscar back to the living room. So, I have more than enough to get started on my research now, but is there anything else I should know about? Make sure he stays inside. The ditchlings are the things for the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the English doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kinda interesting. Each their own. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. There's something in the clinic, man. There was a door yesterday and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right. I almost forgotten after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something there that reminds you of the mines, right? I see. I'll look up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Shouldn't we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? You might want to stay someplace else for now if the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude, and she's probably even more skeptical than I am, or was. Perfect cover. Who knows if that would fly with Dr. Kelly, though. After last night, I'm pretty sure she's not going to let us anywhere near her house. She's the only doctor in town. She can't just ban people from the clinic, right? I don't think so, but hopefully nobody gets sick or hurt enough to justify a visit over the next couple of days. If we're going to investigate the clinic, I think we're going to have to break in. Whoa. That is unexpected coming from you. It's what Stella would do, and she's been 3 for 3 this week when it comes to finding spooky stuff. She's also been 3 for 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril. This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it. It's not that I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. We just need to be cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it's to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? We're missing a team member. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. We are missing her. Her energy needs to be here. I love her. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. A moment. Cucumber break. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something, which can actually work. Who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the three of you enter. Anika, there you are. You're supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom, it's just that Stella's missing and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You better rest in lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Paige about. I'm really feeling okay, and I want to hear what you wanted to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Paige. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Good thing Kanika has her mom looking out for her. She seems so tired today, and you'll probably be able to find Stella without her. Wait, this isn't right, is it? Something's going on here, but it's hard to put into words or pin it down onto thoughts. Yeah, I had to say, it was odd. And I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Paige and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Oh, you're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask. You a witch? As flattered as I am that you think I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. You'd be cool about it. I'll leave y'all to your not supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, Paige. Alright. Make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Alright, let's do this. Please have a seat. Bring you a fresh cup. Take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant and the grow lights. Got it. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. Girl? Also sad. No. Okay, I gotta put my child to bed. Give me a minute. No. You can't have ham. She's just here for ham. That's all we're here for. She can smell it, she wants it. Ridiculous. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup of tea in front of you. Ah, right. I said that was gross. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Till then, how about we just chat? No. Did you know my mom? But of course. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her, yeah. Her family wasn't good to her. Verlaine was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Perlane and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. They even exist. Suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she wasn't much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. What happened? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother, maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assume your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me is stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. You know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. Sip. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines with the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal. Medicinal. And you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. It's soothing beyond what you would expect out of ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. How'd you wind up here? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks would afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. Finish the tea. Close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it, the small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink it. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. I think I don't believe she is. I would lean a little more towards Pastor Daniel. Just because everyone in town has a bad vibe about him. And I'm starting to feel like this whole thing has like a culty religious vibe. I mean, Dr. Kelly is odd, but like, I don't think she's our villain. I would be surprised, I guess I should say. That could be Pastor Daniel. There's something wrong with that poor young man, isn't there? I don't think there's actually a bad bone in his body. There's just something perennially off-putting about him. His whole situation's rather unfortunate. The cat requires a level of closeness that I don't think the good pastor is really capable of. Not to be rude or a gossip, but I don't think he has a single friend in town other than his wife and daughter. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. I don't think it's Tabitha. I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but the vibe might be Stella? I only got that in, like, I definitely have enjoyed her company, but I started to get that vibe after, like, the first encounter in the woods. The way she reacted was kind of strange, and I just chalked it up to her freezing up because she was scared. But the way she left me down in the mines was equally odd. She just kind of left us both on the floor in there. And has consistently been very flighty ever since. And she seems to be in the middle of it all. Like at every turn. So I don't know. Not gonna say much about it yet, but that's just how I feel. She seems to just very much be in the center of it all. And she took the possession the hardest. And Tabitha lost years on her life. So, like, I'm interested to find her just to find out what the hell, you know? Any suspicions about Stella I've had has been quashed by just what I assume is logic. Like, when our character wanted to ask about being left in the caves, or that she ditched us again, at the time it really didn't seem like much. Mostly because I don't know what she could have done to improve that situation, and she was getting the kids out of the cave. And I assume she didn't see the spirits. But maybe I was wrong? Don't know. And it used her the ghost itself used her quite a few times in that puppeteering act. It was interesting. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Yeah, I just don't know how it connects to anybody I know since they're so old. Yeah, Tabitha is the most logical connection, but not only has she started to open up, she gave years of her life to put that ghost to rest, and jumped in the way of me doing it because I was going to do it initially. So, I mean, her actions have given me reason to not suspect her immediately. No one's really off the table, though. But until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out. Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with information. That is what I'm trying to do. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Yes. Your thoughts stripped to that door yesterday. Well, that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I think I felt another in the clinic. It's good. You can find your way inside and uncover another stone that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. If I recall correctly, there's a hill that'll take you nearly all the way to the second story. She never locks any of the doors up there. Just in case that's helpful information. Girl, I think that's all the help I can offer. I don't want to... I guess I can't really take Sybil off the table, but I don't really have a lot to say that she's against any of what I'm doing. I mean, she just wanted that spirit to put to rest yesterday and has been mostly helpful. And whatever that tea is she's giving me is certainly helping. I know she's helping me find something that could be potentially dangerous, but I don't think that there's another answer of what to do right now. I equally agree that finding the seals is pretty important right now. They've all been connected so far, and putting them to rest seems to be helpful. The mines may have collapsed, but it seems like something happened in there to help kind of put those spirits to rest, even if it was just offering insight. Of course, yesterday we did just have Tabitha give years of her life to put that spirit to rest. And that cleared out the miasma we saw it happen. So I have no suspicions really towards Sybil. Everybody's on the table, but I have to say Stella's my focal right now. Hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Yeah, girl, you chill. And the only reason I really suspect Stella is because she's in the middle of everything every time. She's initiating these searches. She's very interested. And I know that's like her personality, but she's very involved. Almost overly so. She reacted really badly yesterday too. I don't know why. I really want to know why. Why don't you come with? I may have been able to see through the spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knee, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you. Some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all that crouching. Fair. Alright, I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thanks again for huming an old lady and stopping by for a chat. That was very illuminating. I know it didn't give me any concrete... it didn't give me anything concrete, but it did let me know that somebody close to me is definitely not to be trusted, and it's at least planted that seed in my head. Like, I'm well aware that ominous shit's happening. If that's all I got out of this, then I would be kind of like, eh. But that was very helpful. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table, and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Got it. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bell of its door strangely flat in the stare of the nearly empty general store. Check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking in on her. You make your way upstairs, whatever. More cucumber. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I don't really need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. Going to the clinic. I was hoping you would join me. Oh, hey. I was hoping to be able to check in with Reese sometime today. I want to know if he knows anything about Stella and, make sure he's okay after what's happened at dinner. Yeah, screw this. Why didn't you listen to my mom in the first place? I want you to sit around in my room just because she said to. You want to come in for a sec while I get ready? You hear frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling as she tidies her room. Yeah, come on in. Oh, word. I like the vibes. I like her bag there. Oh, yes! Parasite! Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna just take a little look around. I love it. Very into anime. Hell yeah. Kanika's room is sort of a place that's stuck between the past and present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corner of the room. The terrarium on her desk catches your eye. To anyone else it might seem empty, but you easily spot the creature lurking within. I couldn't really tell, honestly. I don't usually have people over. Don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. I just... Oh, does she have like a stick bug? Oh yeah. Yeah, she does have a stick bug. I didn't see that, I swear. I was just looking, and I can see it now. So you have a stick bug. Oh, that's Rick the Stick. Oh, hell yeah, what a name. Keeps me company while I'm at my desk. You should see him when he loosens up and starts clambering around. He's a lot of fun. You know, for a bug, I know that's not everyone's thing. Yeah, I'd rather go with the top option. In what sense do you get of me? You hear about what other people think about you, even with everything that's going on right now? I mean... But it's good. Well, good is good. It's better than bad, and I was expecting bad. I mean, why? Just seems like you like anime and you have a goth vibe. Packing for something? Measure to the stack of cardboard boxes. That's all my stuff from college. I never really unpacked. That's what I was figuring, but might as well ask. Seems like a waste to unload everything. It's not like I'll be staying here long term, so I just have to pack up again eventually. I guess I did move back in over a year ago, so these boxes have just been sitting here unopened for a long time. Any day now, I'll load them back into the van and get out of town. Any day now. I'm not going anywhere without you. Let's get out of here and see what we can find at the clinic. A friend. Two of you make your way back out into the hallway. Before you can make it to the stairs, the light turns on, startling both of you. Thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Odd. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. I don't know about that. You shouldn't get between a mother and her daughter. Sybil knows what's best here, and Kanika is more than capable of speaking for herself. Huh. Why are you making her confront her mother? You really know, Kanika? You're trying to drive a wedge between her and her family. I don't think that. Those thoughts aren't yours. Clear your head. Something isn't right here. Yeah. What's in that tea? Chaga and lemon balm, dear, the same blend. Avery shared with you the other day. Never mind, I've changed my mind entirely. It's definitely Sybil that's having a... I don't know what, but I'm glad my mystical mind is there, because I was just like, I don't think that. Why are you talking about tea? Let's just go, Kanika. Try to guide Kanika towards the stairs, but it's like she's rooted to the floor. Kanika sighs. Sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store. I let Miles run off the other day. That was... What the fuck is happening? It's alright, Kanika. You could have gotten hurt, but he didn't. It seems like you learned a valuable lesson. What the hell? Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover. Then you can get back to all this town's mystery business. Paige will be fine without her until tomorrow. See you later? Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make sure you make your way back to Main Street alone. Now I'm definitely questioning her help. That was really weird. Isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic as secrets enticing you to find a way in. Oh no. We've got 1, 2, 3, Wayne, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on here, girl. You're at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your rib cage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. You can see the hill Sybil was talking about, wrapped around the back of the old hospital, like a stone blanket. It should take you directly up to the second floor and the unlocked doors of the terrace. Why is this my mystical mind? What do you mean no one will see me? Basement windows. You cautiously approach the house, kneeling next to the low basement window of Reese's room. You knock. There's no one in there. Reese must be somewhere else. What's up, Wayne? Pretty sure you can make the jump up to the second floor, at least with a running start. Make your way up the hill and bend your knees in anticipation, and then you jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets. A thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen in use in years. I guess Sybil can just be trying to keep her daughter out of trouble. Such a weird vibe, though. It's just weird. I don't know. And it felt like whatever tea she's been giving is pretty manipulative. Whether it's letting her in or not, I'm not sure. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again. The nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now and it knows you're here. You know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and toward a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Paige? What are you doing in the morgue? I haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. I haven't. Do you think you'd find her in the morgue? His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance as your eyes wander the back wall of the morgue. You just see what's back there. Follow the pull. Touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? Feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder for a moment. The thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. Kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body's storage drawers is labeled Herlane Scarlet. Mine's had a stone carving the other night. I said Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of the wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but you really need to get in there. I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dock out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. No shame in it. Exactly. Thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I can do to actually be useful, I'm happy to help. Be right back. I really hope he's not lying to me. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. What if Sybil was just lying about that cat, now that I think about it? If she's as manipulative as I'm starting to believe, and she definitely is, What if she was just lying? Because I didn't ask to see the teacup, but I didn't think I'd be able to read it, so I didn't ask. I think I might start taking her words with a slight grain of salt when it comes to predicting the future. But she has seemed so helpful up until this point. She wasn't lying yesterday. It cleared up all the miasma yesterday at that house. The house is clear. I mean, there's a hum, but it's clear. She confuses me. I guess I'll leave it at that. She's definitely above Stella on the list, though. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. Seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. Doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. Whew. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked. The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Awesome. Reese is a homie. I don't know how to feel about the interaction with Sybil. It's really rubbing me the wrong way. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carvings has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil. Sorry. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. Make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of papers and cabinets of medical supplies. Something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Kinda in a time crunch. Read the files. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Rolling. Sleep apnea. Discovered by her daughter Tabitha. No autopsy performed. Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Edwardines. Cause of death, heart failure. Got it. Pretty normal. I was made to 90, died of all person illness. Fall from cliff. Cord attached. Organs sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Oh, an actual autopsy report looks ancient. I'm done here. Reese's eye flicked up to the doorway. And a second later, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you push back out of the view of the front door. Gotta hide. You hurry to the closet door, motioning him inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Let him in. You let him in. Together you listen as the doctor makes her way into some room deeper into the clinic. The silence of the tiny closet, every breath seems too loud. If you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. Better wait a second just in case. Quietly. Okay. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. Footsteps return, they get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Once you're relieved, she opens the door, leaving the main clinic. Clear. Thank God. Jesus. We probably only got a minute or two till she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it's probably the room full of chemicals. This way. Imagine you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume would be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys, keys. Here we go. Presses over the cabinet and contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe? A splash of brown catches your eye. There's a small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries, with a wide 8-pronged leaf still attached at the base. The end of the sprig is leaking sack out to the countertop. It's fresh. Now we can... Reese stops mid-sentence and you notice you staring at the plant. He stoops to pick it up. Does she make her own medicine? He puts it down, but not before breaking off a berry and sliding it into his pocket. I don't think she's allowed to do that. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just for storing stuff she orders for patients from a pharmacist in Brevard. Why would she be making her own? Uh-oh. That was the door from the house. Come on. If we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs quick. Shit. You can hear her approaching now. Floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filtered down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. There's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? Thought I told you to go rest. No. I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Alright. I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. Hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room above. I mean below. This tea has got to have something to do with the hell's going on with these people. It's making them malleable, but why? Because I can't imagine why else she would be going out to harvest her own herbs. And the only reason she would know what to grab is because of Sybil. I just... I don't know. Hey. I don't have anything right now. Should warn you. Reese smiles. Good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the side of that wall. Get away from me. Let's do this. Hey, have at it. Row so far into the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintering edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place that's already frigid. And, I don't know. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell. Like the room is slowly filling with dirt. Is she poisoning his food with whatever that is? He did get sick immediately after eating. That tea that Sybil has had me drink, Avery drink, her daughter drink, is making us malleable as far as susceptible to manipulations from something. Hold on, I think I heard a knock on the door. Oh, here's the apartment making noises. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. As you climb into that hole, this is wild. I had no idea this was here. Entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. I'm gonna pass out when we find this thing. Don't be too worried about me, I'll be fine. Thanks for the heads up. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten. Water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years, like near reduced to sawdust. There was a gnat earlier. I'm just making sure he didn't get to any of my cucumbers. Nasty little creatures. I hate gnats. Tear into it. Yep, here it is. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I'm doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. We don't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I'm going to talk to the witch. Witch? But that's nonsense. Alright, it's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was who claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turned out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed, Riesling's against a far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, worried you slipped into a coma or something. We're on a wall like a wild animal. Found some weird carvings and collapse. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. You warned me that this might happen, but are you okay? I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hand would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. These are things that actually happened. Whoa. Wonder if you'd see anything else if you went back in there. Or if there are more around town. Maybe you collect them all, you'll finally unravel whatever the big mystery is. Seems fun. Is Dr. Kelly on here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come in the morgue. So what now? Might be stuck down here for a little bit. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years, so she was poisoning him. I went ahead and blocked my doors, so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. How would your mom poison you? I don't know. But the internet says this is castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. And death, usually. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly, or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to depend on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Could be Munchausen by proxy in an odd way, too. I need to get you out of here. Where will we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika. She's not answering her phone. Fuck. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of the house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. Just over the time, bro. Shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't ever think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rear view mirror of the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep you boxed in. But we can try to break them anyway. But abstraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's a lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. Doesn't feel awful, to be honest. I'm chill with whatever. Cool. I kind of only do two things. Paint and watch movies. I'm too jittery to paint right now, especially since I'll probably be leaving this basement and everything in it behind in a couple hours, so maybe it is. I believe I owe you a showing of Shinochi? Deathblood? Let me know if it gets too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to this sort of thing. So those are things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Maybe that's how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up tying back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll just be able to do things from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people, ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty. Clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Something is changing inside of him. Is everything okay? Everything is more than okay. I haven't felt this good I don't think I've ever felt this good. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes? I don't know. Little pockets of horror that can affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror is the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. Probably safe to assume that he's been dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. It's more than just something he's changing that's changing in Reese, it's everything. There's a knock on the window. Paige. Don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. The voice, I know that voice. Is it that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside, we're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. He hasn't hurt anyone. Yes, he will. He's furious with me. Can't you hear it? I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Paige. The window shatters. Whoa! I was not expecting this. Whoa! As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of the two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Oh my god. Leave us alone. What the fuck? The surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. The manifest, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. I'm not running. I feel like he'll kill me if I run. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here. Be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving me with his creations. Tabitha is not gonna help me right now. I'm not warning Dr. Kelly to kill me for it. Let's see how things play out. You make your way to the door that beckons you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets that stone lurked in the forgotten bit. Yeah. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. Grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Huh? What? Duck. Do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. Pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. Going out to try harder than that, you bit. No, how did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Whoa. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist starts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stifling globs of paint. Man, what the fuck is going on? I'm terrified. What was that? What was that? He's not human? How? When? What the hell? Go after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best you can as you see where Dr. Kelly went. Oh my god, the door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey. Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Paige. Stuck in a safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. Okay. What's going on? I think you can probably put that together. Okay. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Okay. Turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great. Now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizer. Uh-oh. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. The black label, the cartel. Okay. Looking for cartel and a black key. Holy shit, Reese. Intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Paige, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just gonna shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? Oh, Jesus, and shove me back down in that basement. Or maybe someplace even worse. And keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. Oh, God. Not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. He has a point, Doc. Can't be serious. Look at him. He's dangerous. He's going to kill me. You're one to talk, Doc. How can we know there isn't anyone else whose treatment you've taken into your own hands? done it once. What's to stop you from lying to someone else, stepping in to treat them as you see fit, regardless of what they want for themselves? So, here's my issue. He's clearly not human. That's facts. But he isn't hurting me. He's still talking like he's here still. So until that stops, I see no reason to just let her have her way. Because facts, she was poisoning him with pretty... I assume it prevents this transformation. And I know Wayne called him a thing, but that's just because he's not human. I mean, he's still talking to me. He's very much still here. I thought I was going to die every day. Do you have any idea what it's like to give in to your own mortality like that? Am I scared of him, though? Yeah. I still remember Cartel with a black key. Oh, here's Wayne. I wasn't living, that's for sure. I wasn't even striving, it was just... enough. Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? You see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow that is gone, slipping back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. Two stagger off down the hallway. Wick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Grab them. As she said, the tranquilizers are easy to find. Mark the small square of a black tape to match the key. Make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart a mass of paint, sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. Slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the small smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Paint viscera splats across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We'll probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number one. It's not like he's usually a violent kid, he's mostly just sad. Every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with 1,000,000 teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. I mean, he's been kind to me. Yeah, and Ted Bundy was kind to people he picked up off the side of the road, then he slaughtered them. He's a really sweet kid most of the time, but I can't let that overshadow the violence he's capable of. Is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. You've seen what he looks like, it's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what's happening to him, or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. I mean, he did figure out you were poisoning him, so I feel like her concern is valid. If he transforms every time he's agitated, that's just straight up a concern. Whether he would act on his aggression or not is irrelevant. He looks like a monster. Somebody would shoot him, or worse, he would get caught by the government. Lord knows. Area 51 it. But, I mean, he did... Clearly the thing she was giving him was preventing the transformation, but it was also keeping him incredibly sick. I don't know, man. When did you find out? Well, after he hit puberty. Yeah, all the usual changes and a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out at a few specialists. There's nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument. As he changed right in front of me, it was like It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared, you could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe a hallucination. The second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone, I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds, I'm a doctor for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. Then all of a sudden my period stopped, I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. That's super concerning. Why didn't you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. It was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I've been giving him increasingly high doses of Klonopin? Klonopin, yeah. But his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. What did they say? I don't want to talk about that woman, but screw it. I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. It was Sybil, and that's all I have to say about it. It was Sybil. What is she doing in this town? Yep. Can confirm Sybil's our big bad, but why? And I'm not keeping her informed about this. She expected me to die here. Yeah, sure, it was there and she got me a way in, but she also knew what Reese was. She completely expected me to die here. Not trustworthy. Kanika's not answering her phone. Stella has just vanished. Tabitha gave away some of her years yesterday. What's her angle? I know that she's definitely the witch that gave that map for sure. Or at least someone in her family was. Leave it at that. What's the game plan? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers and I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. There's gotta be another way. It sure is, especially since I'll have to isolate him even more now that he knows what's going on. He's going to hate me. But you gotta work with what you've been given, and what I've been given is an ethical dilemma where I either let my son kill me, freeing him to go out and kill others, or imprison him for the rest of his life and force feed him poison to keep him controllable. For the third option, kill him. I've decided which outcome I can live with. Any other secrets you got? Have it all. I have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Wait for Reese. I'm just breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Get those strengths ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Reese? Oh god, are you still in there, man? Oh god, I don't know. Jesus, man. Reese, are you still in there? Is this what you were so afraid of? And over the tranquilizers, this is our shot. Is it wrong of me to want to not give them to her? It's just gonna... I am so conflicted. Because it's just... Yeah. He's a monster for sure, but he just found out you're poisoning him. I mean, I can't imagine how angry I would even begin to feel that my mother was poisoning me since I was a teenager. Don't. Take a cautious step back from the doorway. It's not right for you to lock them away. Stop messing around and hand them over now. Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. Reese, I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Well, I've done this, so I'm gonna watch. He might kill me too. I don't know. He's very angry. Sorry you had to see that. You're free now, it's done. He sits, staring blankly for a moment, viscera still dripping from his maw. Can't believe it's finally over. I did it. I'm really free. Thank you, Paige. Never would have been able to do it without you. Yeah, I don't feel particularly good about it. But she shouldn't have done that. I better go, but... do they have someone looking out for you in this town? Reese gets up and stumbles out of the clinic, his footsteps getting faster and faster as he runs off to his new life. Shell shocked, you stumble out of the clinic and into the night air. I'm still very conflicted about that decision, but I did not like the thought of him being just locked up forever just because. I saw where she was coming from, but she shouldn't have started the way she did. Poisoning him was wrong. I don't know. I feel conflicted about that decision. I'm sure somebody else would make a different... I'm sure somebody else would make a different decision, but that was mine. It felt wrong and I couldn't do it. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly into the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream. Now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Go home. Time to go home. Don't get fired before you're interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Oh my god, Gretchen! Appears at the end of the road, running as fast as her generic pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines as she stares out at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away while you try to lean down toward her. Follow Gretchen. She nervously runs ahead of you the whole time, constantly looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Before long, the trees thin and you find yourself on a steep hill by a tilling road lined on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. Gretchen runs up to her and sits in Stella's lap. Gretchen, you're back. Don't scare me like that again. You sit on the log beside her. Paige, how did you... Wait, did Gretchen come get you? Wow. She must think I'm dying or something. Yeah, Gretchen found me. She's a good girl. She really is. What's this place, Stella? Why are you here? Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud. Then she turns back to the road. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained, and the sun was finally coming out. Oh my god. I can't believe Stella lived through that. Oh, Jesus. It's the only reason she lived through it. Oh my god, she would have seen her parents' decapitated bodies. Maybe even their heads. Hmm. Oh my god. That would be traumatizing. Sorry, that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful. It really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the incident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try to remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it hasn't been like that for a while, thank God. I never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Thanks for letting me in. Stella gently reaches over and takes your hand, her calloused palm fitting into yours. Squeeze it back, and her grip tightens. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. Two of you stare out at the road. It didn't feel appropriate to talk about what just happened right now. I will fill her in later. Holy shit. What the fuck, babe? I think that accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. Never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened. I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead, I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. We could always wait a little longer. Stella nestles into you, her well-muscled shoulder relaxing against your body. You share each other's warmth as you both stare out at the quiet mountain road. Gretchen pants lazily in Stella's lap. Nothing happens. Nothing continues to happen for a few long minutes. I think I'm ready to throw in the towel. It's not like I would want to see them like that anyway. Guess I came out here hoping I might get a chance to say goodbye or something like that. Since I didn't get a chance when they were alive. Huh. Good they're not coming. You don't want them to be ghosts. Still sighs, squeezing your hand. Alright. That thing last night was miserable. And I know it would be terrible to see them in pain, living out the last moment of their lives over and over again. Guess I just wanted to be able to say goodbye. And still do that now. Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breath slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. It never comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it. Hell yeah, girl. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. She doesn't need to hear about this tonight. At least for now. I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home? Sure, we'll head that way anyway. But then I better get back home and have this probably worried. Of course, lead the way. This feels correct. Oddly, even though that was horrifying, I feel like I made the correct decision for Reese. I don't feel like the way she went about that was fine. I understand that it was like emotions that brought him to transform like that. But the only solution she could come up with was to poison him long term and make him sick and miserable forever. I mean, I would be real with you, I feel like she kind of deserved what she got. I do wish it had ended differently. Certainly wish he hadn't ate her. That's crazy. But, poisoning him long term with something that should have killed him is just no. Okay? No. She smiles. She skips Gretchen up under her arm. The three of you make your way back down the mountainside, returning to the sleeping holler below. The only thing I'm a little worried about right now is how we're going to explain the doctor's absence, because she's just dead now. Gone. And the scene back there is going to be atrocious. This is me. You want to come in? Huh. I mean, I really don't feel any romantic connection to her, so I just want to be your friend. I'm sorry, man. I think it's better if we just stay friends. Sally's expression thinks a little, though she tries to hide it. Oh, geez, but I thought, no worries. I'm just gonna not awkwardly head inside to see you tomorrow. But thanks again for coming out here to find me. I didn't realize how much I needed to just talk to somebody. See you tomorrow. Yeah, no, I mean, I personally would not want to just string her along by, no, I should head home. I mean, that's obvious what she was requesting. I'm not interested, though. She gives you a tired way before routine into her house. I think we could be really good friends, though. Holy shit, Wayne. Time for you to get home, too. He appears as if out of nowhere, a close streak with wet. First looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's paint. Evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. Thanks, I appreciate the company. Shall we? I'm not threatened by Wayne. Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. He's a little scary looking, but... flirt with Wayne. I mean, that feels moot. Of course he did. He said, get away from that thing. That's what he said. Thanks for looking out for me. Things aren't adding up. Good. You're starting to see the holes, then. Look for more. Stay at the estate. Are you going to lecture me? I did think that the death records were a little odd, but, I mean, wasn't gonna... I don't know. I chose it as an option, but I didn't think they were kind of glaringly curious. Just, I don't know. Why not Tabitha? Because you're special. Of course I'm special. But why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They are unbreakable. Huh. Thanks for looking out. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. Okay. I'm not flirting with Wayne. I guess I'll just ask. You know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. Should be able to make quick work of him next time. I mean, is this a romantic option? I'm gonna save, because if it is, I don't really want to say that. I like him. He shouldn't have gotten attached. I don't suspect he's long for this world. Even if I don't put him out of his misery, someone else will, eventually. You don't need to keep coming up with new topics of conversation to fill the silence. You're tired. It's been a long night. You should rest. I mean, yeah, but I want to fill the silence. Wayne remains silent for the rest of the journey back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. You might be surprised at what you find. Till then, sleep well. Disappears into the underbrush. Go home. The estate feels empty when howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond relief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become, almost welcoming. Sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. I don't think I'd sleep very well. Close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, out in the woods somewhere, blood-stained and free. Then you think of nothing. Awesome! Hardcore mode. Allows you to select 3 traits at character creation. You can no longer be able to use your traits to avoid the consequences of major decisions. This constantly applies to hardcore runs. Have fun if you dare. Okay, I'm saving my game now. I don't know how I feel about... I feel good about my decision about Reese. I feel like he should have been free. I hate that he had to kill his mother to do it, though. Her poisoning it came from a good place, but it was just so fucked and wrong. I don't know. But I certainly didn't want to just cage him again. That seemed wrong, too. It just was wrong. Continue. Oh, that's so good, though. Whatever. The decision I've made them. I'm not going back now. And that was our last episode so far of Scarlet Hollow. I'm pretty sure from the updates that I read, they were hoping it would be done towards the end of this year. Don't quote me, though. Hold on, I can check. That was awesome, though. I stick by all of my decisions. And still has... something... It's something. Because anytime I drink that tea, she's messing with my head. My mystic trait is coming in clutch, girl. Yeah, what happens now? Cool. So, yeah, I think maybe I got confused with another game, or I'm just not seeing it. Either way, I'm really excited. I am going to be keeping up with updates, and I will play the next episode, like, as soon as it's available, because I am stoked for it. But for now, let's check out my achievements. It's finally over. I just feel like it was right. Even if his life is short, it felt right. So I'm going to stick by my decision there. I think that she could have found another way to deal with what was happening with him. Mood stabilizers, perhaps. Felt like a emotions issue. Hell, I take mood stabilizers, girl. Either way. Anyway. That was incredible. I'm having the best time. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.